When I came here to Taos, I was very impressed with how tribal members could actually drink the water directly from the river. The river that flows through the Taos Pueblo village was so pure. The importance of the purity of the water here at the Pueblo and all the efforts that have been made, by the tribe itself to protect its watershed.
We revere the earth and we say the earth is our mother.
There's a close connection. You wouldn't think there are dots to connect, but there are connections between how we treat the land and how we treat women.
I would like to see women in power. I am tired of seeing the same old good old boys club going down into the kiva. I wish I were a fly on the wall when those guys go down there, but that will never happen. And the only thing that I feel like I'll accomplish in my lifetime is making my two daughters achieve the height that they can, achieve the goals that they're meant to be, because they're not ordinary people. No one is ordinary.
Tribal people are actually, our DNA is from the land. We are from the lands. And a lot of tribal people have knowledge about how to be in their environment, how to live in harmony with their environment. What I would like to see is that more tribes and their voices are heard with regard to any impacts of climate change. And, that with the recognition that tribal people do have a big knowledge base.
The land was way more lush for sure. There was more vegetation. It seems like there was more wildlife. There was more fish for sure. I remember fishing. I noticed that the seasons feel like they're getting pushed back a little bit. Either they're short or they come later. It seems like winter's coming later. It seems like spring is just fleeting and it just becomes super hot right away. So those are some things that I've recognized. Our culture and our language are paramount. They need to be preserved and practiced and embraced and observed with respect.
Well, we lost our language. Nobody's speaking our language anymore. Language starts at home. Language starts when you're sitting in your grandmother's lap and she's talking baby talk to you, because at the Pueblo they do have a language that only baby can identify with, the sounds of the way they say, like baba. That means sleepy time. You're not going to say that to an adult, but you say it to a baby. But that's how things were, and as you grow up, you get to know, you get your puberty right, and then you're more of an adult. And then you're on your own. And whatever you learned, whatever you got from your back, whatever your grandparents blessed you with, those words, you're lucky.
In my opinion, I want to see change on levels to where everybody is equal, man. I want to see nature restored. I want to see indigenous populations embrace their culture and succeed and prosper and excel.
The native people say, leave the moon alone. Leave the sun alone. Respect the earth. Leave the animals alone. Leave the birds alone.
We have the obligation to walk in the footsteps of our forefathers and grandmothers and really facilitate that cultural embrace that we need to have. And our culture is going to take care of generations down the line. It's already taking care of us up until this point.
We didn't have TV or we didn't have anything, but we had people come in to visit us, my grandparents, at night in the Pueblo. And at that time, the men would tell their hunting stories, and the women were in the kitchen talking about female things, cooking, how to sew your shoes, how to raise your children. And that's the culture I remember. And without our language, we're screwed. The female culture to be asked by the male culture because we're stronger than the males and we have more power than the males. My grandfather told me that, but women lost their power when the Catholicism came, took our power away. Give it back to us. God, I feel like I'm getting mad.